Kamala Harris gets a nasty surprise after silencing female genital mutilation survivors. Kamala Harris is a big phony, who supports monsters who abuse women. She calls herself a feminist and then silences two women who have endured the worst types of torture, surviving female genital mutilation, FGM. The women were testifying before the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, and after Harris treated them like dirt, the women got her back with a nasty surprise. You're going to love.Ayaan. Hirsi and Asra Nomani testified before the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, hoping to bring attention to Islamic crimes, including honor killings, child marriage, and female genital mutilation. Sitting on the committee was Kamala Harris, who claims to be an aggressive women's rights advocate. The women were devastated after Harris sat there and stared them down. Instead of engaging them in a discussion, Harris shut them down by waving her hand in a dismissive way, saying, "I have no questions," knowing that the women are risking their lives to come forward. In fact, Hirsi and Nomani had to have armed guards with them. Right before the hearing began, Harris was on hand when a Muslim man entered the chamber and started screaming, threatening the women if they opened their mouths. Capitol Police arrested him. That didn't deter the anti-Muslim activists who said that was nothing compared to what women and girls are suffering all over the Muslim world. Harris couldn't care less, and she got a nasty surprise from Hirsi and Nomani for her blatant disregard. They published a New York Times op-ed, blasting Harris and the other Democratic women on the committee. Sitting before the senators that day were two women of color. Ayaan is from Somalia, Asra is from India. "Both of us were born into deeply conservative Muslim families," wrote the women in the article that headlined, "Kamala Harris, speak up. Don't be silent on women's rights." They said, Ayaan is a survivor of female genital mutilation, representing all FGM survivors, and she was forced into marriage. Asra defied Sharia, Islamic law, by having a baby while unmarried. "And we have both been threatened with death by jihadists for things we have said and done. Ayaan cannot appear in public without armed guards." They made it clear that Harris was ruled by political correctness. Harris agreed with another idiot, Clarm Caskill, who said they didn't like the theme of the hearing itself. They accused the victims who sat before them of making Islam look evil. They dismissed the rapes, FGM, child brides and honor killings as not having anything to do with Islam. That's why Harris glared at Hirsi and Nomani and refused to stand up for abused girls and women. She's just a selfish shrew who sold her soul to evil when she started in politics, and these two brave women exposed her many sins. Just as we are invisible to the mullahs at the mosque, we were invisible to the Democratic women in the Senate, the survivors wrote. This is just a deeply troubling trend among progressives, like Harris, when it comes to the brutal reality of Islamic extremism. We're still waiting for the march against honor killings, female genital mutilation, polygamy, child brides and sex slavery, wrote Hirsi and Nomani. "I hope everyone stands with moral courage," said Nomani to Tucker Carlson at the end of a recent interview. "Isn't that just it? Kamala Harris and her Democratic cohorts have no morals, and they lack any courage. It would have cost Harris political capital to stand up for those women, but who can say that wasn't the right thing to do?" Faced with pure evil, Harris took the side of evil. Faced with immoral acts, Harris took the side of immorality. Faced with women risking their lives, Harris took the side of those Islamic monsters who want them dead. If Kamala Harris doesn't repulse you, there's something very wrong. Harris is the new savior of the Democratic Party, and she advocates for the exact opposite of our Savior Jesus Christ. Christ said, "Take up your cross and follow me." I believe we all have defining moments in our life where we have to choose the cross or the easy way out, and Harris chose the easy way out. Shame on her and all those so-called feminists who really don't give a damn.